Okay, good afternoon, viewers. This is the next video that follows the one of paper 3, the selected numbers I'm doing. Now, the video that I was doing was around this number of use suitable animation effects of your choice. I had linked one slide to another, and then I was heading to use suitable animation effects of your choice. So in my presentation here, I'm supposed to use suitable animations of my choice. I can highlight my headings if I want, or I can highlight the keywords in my presentation, and then I give them suitable effects. Like this, I can give it wheel or cam. So even the second slide, I can highlight the headings there, and then I go to more entrance effects because it's having a lot of animations. They didn't specify on which animation to use, but so I'm clicking at any animation I find okay. So that is it with animations. I can just go to almost every slide. I highlight those those keywords, and then I give them animations I may need. So that is the animation part. That was part D. Part E, apply relevant pictures from the support folder on all your slides. So if I want to put relevant pictures, I'm going to simply go to the first slide, and then I can minimize this, and then I look for the pictures. The pictures are under the support folder paper 3, and the pictures are here. I can just move through the pictures. I see what picture suits the topic I'm dealing with. So the picture is here. I can right click at this first, and then I can just look for copy. I can click at copy, copy, then I go to my presentation, and then I paste it there. So I can right click and select paste. I can just adjust the picture to somewhere here. Yeah, so that I can paste it in my presentation. The question needs us to put pictures in all our presentation, and the picture should be, of course, about the topic you're trying to present. So I can copy this as well, Ctrl C, and then I go to my presentation, maybe the second slide, and I paste it there. I can just put it on the top, and then I adjust the size so that it really fits in my presentation. etc. There are a lot of pictures in my support material. Another picture that can suit my um, e-commerce is here. I can use a Ctrl C, back to my presentation. I paste. I just push it to this, and then I can highlight. I can adjust the size of the picture. Then lastly, there is also this, the fourth picture. I saw it around here, and it suits my presentation. Ctrl C, I paste it in my presentation right here, and yeah, I can put it around there. Oh yeah, that's the question for pictures, and it's reflected at all the slides. Part F, include your name and personal number on each slide in the header. So if I want to put my name and personal number on each slide in the header, method 1, I can use a slide master, and method 2, I can use the header and footer feature we all know. So if I need to see my name physically in all my slides before even printing, I can go to view, and then I can change my view to a master slide view. I can use a view option, then I go to slide master, and then I can you know click at drag the first slide on the top, the master slide. Then I can put my header there and a personal number. So under insert, I can go to shapes, then I draw this shape on the top here. Yeah, I can slightly put it on the top there. right click at it, choose edit text, and then I type my name as a header. Let me go back to the question. Yeah, a head of your name and a personal number on each slide. So I can highlight the name again, give it maybe a black or other color that may not disappear within the slide. Yeah, or anything you may want. You can even decide to give it a red color. Then you freeze the shape away. Click at the shape. Then click at shape format, shape fill, no fill, shape outline, no outline. So I can close the master slide and then I go back to my slides so that my headers are on the top. Now my headers are not on the top here because of the design that I used, but if I try to adjust this design I used, seems my header is only visible on the first slide. If I can go back to the master view, I can go back to master view and then I try to squeeze a bit to squeeze my my name in the header section a bit and decide to squeeze it a little bit on the extreme top. Okay, let me see what happens if I close this. If I close this, anyway, since it's still only in the first slide, but like I said, it's the design. If I change the design, for example, if I put another design like this, maybe, yeah, my name is going to be on top of all slides. Oh, a moment, sorry about that. Seems there's something that's not right about my slide master. Let me go back to view. Did I even scroll to the slide on top? Because if you don't scroll to the slide on top, it's going to affect your work. So let me cut this part. Since I didn't scroll to the slide on top, you should use the slide on top to avoid um, what was happening in my work. So you scroll to the slide on top on your left, then you paste so that your name is visible at all your slides as a header. Yeah, now my name is visible to all my slides as a header. It will not be visible here because of the design. And like I said, if you change a design and then you put another design like this, your name will be visible at all your slides, like what you see there. But I need that design. So my name is just of course there as a header. And if you want to do it the other way, you can go to insert. Um, you can go to insert, then you go to header and footer, and then select this, then header, you type your name in the header section, and then your personal number, then you click apply to all, and then you just cancel that, and your name is going to be in your header section, but for that case, it will only be visible in the header section if you have printed. If you have printed, for example, if I use a control P and then I select print for slides, so your name is going to be on the top here if you have printed. If you've used the method I've just displayed as the last one, but if you use the method of a slide master, your name is going to be on top even when you're still editing your work. Now that is it with part F. The last part was print and save your work as e-commerce in your folder. So if you're printing a presentation, Control P, and then you choose the printer you want to use. Maybe I want to use Canon. This printer called Canon IR. Then you choose the number of slides I've used. I've used 4. It's better. So and then you just command a print. If you don't need to print notes, no one has asked you to print notes. You want to print the slides in your presentation. So that is it with the presentation number in the paper 3. That is Wakissha paper 3. The selected numbers I'm doing for A level. Then the paper they've done a few days back. So I can close this and then I can close everything, save, and then I go to the other number that I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, the third number I'm going to be doing it's word processor, the number that appeared as word processor in that paper 3 of Wakissha 2025 A-level subsidiary ICT. So this was the question that using a suitable word processor create the following table of information belonging to Madiba Enterprises Limited and answer the questions that follow. 3 marks for typing that. So that's what I want to do. So I want to just create a Word document in my folder, in my working folder, and I want to rename it according to the question. According to the question, I'm supposed to rename whatever I want to create as my name and a personal number. So this is the folder I've been using. I've done Access in the previous video, and I've also done PowerPoint. So I want to also do word processor. I want to create a simple Word document there. I go to New, then I select Microsoft Word. If you don't have it there, like my computer, simply use the Start button, open Word, and just give it a location, and then let the paper move on. Click at File, Save as, browse for a location under desktop. The location mine is here, and then you give it a name, Mark Marvin Kasozi 540. Click save, and it's going to be saved in your working folder. If you want to confirm that it's already there in my working folder. So I'm going to type the table as it appeared in the in the paper. So I'm going to just go to insert, and then I go to table, yes, then I go to insert table, and then number of columns, there were 4 columns, and number of rows, there were 11 rows. Click OK and type the required data. The first one was name, then age, then sex, and then the last one was salary into brackets shillings. Our first name is Mutwe, the second name is Bale, then Babi, Sisi, Johnson, Daniela. So those are some of the names that appeared in the table. Akelo, Farouk, Chiwanuka, and then Kayesu. I put the years 28, 30, 25, 26, 27, 32, 34, 38, 37, and 25. Sex: male, female, female, then male, then female. I'm just using arrows. When you're typing in the tables, it's better to use arrows for just speeds. Then this one is 55012 3. This one is 950 123. This one is 380 123. This one is 400 123. This one is 600 123. This one is 560 123. This one is 760 123. This one is 850 123. This one is 865 123. So since my table is complete, according to the question, this table had some borders, as you can see. It had some borders. A thick border. It was just around So even ours qualifies to have a border and table design. There are lines here. You can choose a thick line and then you draw. You point at the line here and then you draw a border that covers your table. Even here and then even here. Yeah, and then even this. Uh, Something that covers your table better. Put the records in the table in ascending order of the salary. That was the question part B. I mean part A. Sort the records in the table in descending order of salary. Sort your salary in descending order. Of course, if you sort this, even the names will get sorted. For example, Barbie should get 950 as the highest earner, even if the sorting is complete. So highlight this because you're going to base on salary. Highlight it. Then under home, sorting is here. Click at sort. Sort. I'm sorting number and in descending. Click OK. Anyway, OK. Sort by column 4. Sort which what are you sorting? I'm sorting numbers and in descending. Click OK and the people are going to be sorted according to their salary. You see, Barbie is still having their salary of 950. But it seems my border is disorganized. I want to go back to table design. Is it? Yeah. Then I choose a single line and then I draw the single line here. I want a single line here. And then at the bottom I want the thick line we have been using. So highlight, yeah, and the thick line is going to be displayed after sorting. Next is italicize the column heading and change them to font size 15, center text horizontally and vertically within the cell and blue color. Sorry about that. So we should italicize the column headings. Press escape for the pencil to disappear. Highlight your headings. Italicize is here. That is one. Two, after italicizing, we need to give it a font size 15. So choose 15. Or if something you type it, press enter. Then center both horizontally and vertically and give it a blue color. Blue color is right here. No, that is light blue. Sorry, blue. I think blue is the neighbor. Yeah. Then even centering both horizontal and vertically, right click, select table properties, and then uh, center the alignment. We should center it. After I'm selecting center, uh, then even here in the cell, we can decide to center and then click OK. Oh, sorry about that. We right click at this again, then select table properties under table center. Is it center? Yeah, center, click OK. Let me highlight it again. And then I can even go to table, is it table layout? And then I can look for center here so that I can put my headings in the center. And then blue in color, yeah. The next question, and at the word processing, was it part C? Add a row at the bottom of your table and find the average age and the total salary paid out by the organization. So add a row at the bottom of your table and do whatever they want. So I'm going to just adjust this. Yeah. After adjusting, I'm going to go to table design. Is it table layout? Select draw table so that I get a pencil. I draw this Before I draw, I should give my pencil the normal line it should hold. The normal line it should hold instead of a thick line like this. Yeah, then I go back to draw tables as I draw a normal line. Yeah, even this I can decide to draw. Oh, yeah. So I was required to create a row that's supposed to have some of the calculations. One is average age, another one is total salary. This one is going to be average age, and then this one is going to be total salary. This one is to be calculated average, to be calculated. Then even total salary to be calculated. Yeah, so average age, I'm going to use a function. I'm going to click at age because I want to do it from here. Then I will do salary from here. So I'm going to start with, let me start with salary. I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to table layout. Then I select formula, and then under formula it is equals sum above, equals sum, add all values above. So that is right. Click OK, and then you're going to have your total salary displayed. That is 6,365,000 Ugandan shillings. So even average, click at this, go back to formula. Is it sum above this time round? No. It's going to be average. Just mind the spelling when you're typing. Delete sum, put average equals average above. Click OK. If at all you want some number formats, but for now we just want average, click OK. You get the average age above. Yeah, so that's the average age above. As I head to the next question, um, that is part D. Part D is insert a merged field on the right of your table and type the text salary is paid on the 28th day of every month without fail. Align the text horizontally in the center. So you're supposed to put another section in your table on the right. So you can simply highlight, adjust. We could first reduce the size of the previous columns so that we get space for the newly created column. So after creating that space, go back to draw table and draw a line from the top to the bottom so that you can have your new column inserted. Yeah, we have inserted the new column, and seems the question wants us to put is it payroll for Madiba Enterprises? Yeah, payroll for Madiba Enterprises. Oh, sorry, it's part D. That is salary is to be paid on the 28th date, and all that should be. They talked of merging. Yeah. So I'm going to press escape for the person to disappear. Then I highlight from the top to the bottom. Right click, select merge cells so that you don't have any lines within. Yeah, then what I should type there is salary is to be paid on the 28th day of every month. Salary is to be paid on the 28th day of every month. Every month without fail. Yeah, so that is it. I can just highlight this, and then I put the center vertically because it's what they wanted. Highlight. Sorry, you can highlight this, and then layout, or you can right click at it, select table properties, and then under cell you select center, click OK, and your data is going to be put in the center of your table. So that was it, part E of the same question. Part E was insert a merged row on the top of your table and type the text payroll Madiba Enterprises. So I'm going to put a row on top of my table. So this is my table and I'm going to put a row on top of it. So what I do, I can just let me first click here. Let's see what happens. Anyway, I can choose a pencil again. I can draw using a pencil on the top here. I can draw something from the top to this side without releasing. I can draw something like a row on the top of my table. And then I can put a heading they want me to write, that is payroll for Madiba Enterprises. I can highlight it and then I give it a bigger size, uh, and at home I can give it a bigger size of maybe 26, and then I can give it all caps, capital letters. That it really looks like a heading. I can go back to table layout, draw table. I can decide to add just the borders that are on top of my table. I can have those borders, then I can draw something on the top of the table to display that, yeah, it's really a heading. Sorry, Control Z. It's really heading on top of my table. Payroll for Madiba Enterprises. Next, align your table. It is align your table in the center of the page, and then choose the best table style or table auto format to suit for your table. Align your table and give it the best style. So they want me to put the table in the center. I want to just right click at this, select table properties, and then after that I can go to table and then I can choose center, and then I click OK, so that my table is in the center of the page. Or even if you click at the table and then under this you can spot center. Anywho, that center is for the center of the text, but if I want the center of the table, like I said, you can right click at the table and then right click at the table, choose table properties and then choose table and then put it in the center. Seems mine was already in the center. One of the last questions of this number one, paper 3, Wakissha 2025, senior 6. It was insert a header containing your name and personal number in capital letters and centered on the page. So the header should have your name, personal number in the center of the page. So what I'm going to do, I had forgotten the style anyway. So a style of the table. If I want to give my table styles, I can click at the table design and then I choose any style I may want. These are all different, different styles. You can modify a style if you want, but you can also choose a style that's just already set for you. A style that's not, covering the entire work. A style that brings out the right format of a table. So I can choose a style that is looking for the best style. That is like that, not bad. So the next question was putting a header as my name and a personal number center of the page. Center of the page. So I'm going to go back to my work, go to insert, and then choose header and footer. I want header, and then I choose something like center, something like this. I delete this, and then I delete this. I remain with the center. I'll type my name in the center of the header, Mark Marvin Kasozi 500. Then, yeah, it's already in the center. and it's having my personal number. Seems it's what the question wanted. And in capital letters, close it. And then the very last question is save your work as your name and personal number in your folder and print out a copy. So I have already saved my work as my name and a personal number. I can use Control P, choose the right printer, and then you print according to what is required. So that was it with the word processing question, and the previous video covered database and some PowerPoint. This one covered some PowerPoint and some word processing of that paper. More videos are to come about Wakissha MOOCs. Keep on visiting the channel. You'll find more educative videos about MOOCs, about sample questions, etc. etc. So that was it with MOOCs paper 3, some of the selected numbers, and it's what I wanted to share with you in this tutorial for now. Bye bye.